Anyway.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Once again, all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, brothers, as pushing toward a sincerity and in truth. Shalom. This is Brother Aria from GMS Guyana.
Brother Zakaria.
Yeah, we just say with another quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. You know, hey, bringing out these precepts, teaching, feeding the flock of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, as the scripture has said. Hey, today's date is what, the 25th, 24th, 25th?
Yeah, the 26th actually.
26th, 26th of April already. This place is time is definitely speed up. Time definitely speed up. But in this video, we're just going to go into a short lesson. Going into how the wicked prosper in this life, right? Because this is the heaven. I want to say the wicked are talking specifically about Esau, Edom, right? We could start with Job 9 and 24. Let's start with Job 9 and 24.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, give them this world, to rule for a short period of time, and this is time that we're in right now.
Yeah.
From the Renaissance periods, the Dark Ages, from the early 14, 1500s to now, the wicked is back in rulership, right? And their rule is to deceive them that dwell upon the face of the earth. But first of all, we got to establish who is the wicked. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If not, where and who is he? Right? And it said he covered the face of the judges thereof. They're going back to the Renaissance period, the coming out of the Dark Ages, where they came back into power and were put the image up as the Most High, put the image up as Yahweh Shai, put the image up as the angel, set themselves up in the land as the chosen people of the Most High. Hey, but through the Holy Spirit, through the Ruach HaKodesh, hey, we know that those are not the people, but they are the synagogues of Satan. They are imposters. They're not the true Israelites, right? This is Malachi chapter 1, and I saw that 4. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And when they was impoverished in the Dark Ages, they was under Jake rule, right? It says, we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. Going to the Edomites, they are the ones that occupy the land right now, right? And showing that the earth is given into their hands, they are the ones that are living it up right now too. And the scripture says that they would be living it up, right? So we can just play. We got a video queued up. We can just play some of this video and bring out some precepts, right? Because, all right, let me get the video. Ah boy. See my vid, give my vid. Yeah.
They're not going to stop with that country. They're not going to stop with that town. They're not.
For work here. Wow, how do people state assistance and welfare programs like Medicare?
Now, if I ask you, I say, have you ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Tyler Alabera? No, you guys ever?
So Tyler Alabera, right? did a video in New York exposing the small huts, you know, the way they live, you know, how they function, what that is do, what job that is do, the schools that they go to, and basically, hey, they knock you off of YouTube. They delete your account, right? So just listen in, right?
Yeah.
Tyler? No? Well, maybe you have, because he has 8.3 million followers on YouTube. He's a YouTube viral sensation. He pulls stunts and he goes and figures out where Hitler was actually buried at in Argentina. He was one of the first YouTubers to rent jet skis and go tour Epstein's Island. The dude's an absolute legend. Now, I'm sure you probably didn't hear about the Jewish enclave that he exposed called Curious Joel in New York.
This is Curious Joel, a village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews.
So Curious Joel is a village in New York that the small huts occupy, right? And if you know anything, once you say something about these little huts, guess what? Your video just get taken down. You know, the channel get deleted, and all these things, because they're the ones that run everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, kind of. Also too, your assets is get freeze. You know, depending on how much offense they take to what you say. You know, the bank account, everything could get closed off. Right?
Yep. Look at Kanye West.
Kanye West, yeah, perfect example.
Yeah, and this other fella with a sing, read him again. He sing a song calling the Most High name, I forget. What the fella name by? His name escape me, man, but he sing some songs, you know, saying some things about the Bible and thing.
Oh, man. You got a lot of example out there, right? Because even this,
I think he cousin was somebody to IUIC.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish have an average of 7 kids per family and rely heavily on state assistance and welfare programs like Medicare, SNAP, housing assistance, and tax credits from their many kids. How many kids do most people
have? Average kids of 7 kids for a family.
Yep.
7 kids for a family.
Oh, okay.
You know, these men living it up, right? You listen to them.
People have out here 17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what.
Yeah, and mind you, everybody else frightened for make more than 1 child in this time.
Yeah.
Right? But these men living it up with an average of 7 children per household, which, you know, in actuality, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, the Most I said, be fruitful and multiply the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how we Israelites, you know, want to live, right? And how we should be, you know.
Yep.
But hey,
these courses.
Yeah, these courses, you know, we catching hell right now. And again, we in this man kingdom. This is Esau rulership, so they gotta live it up. Alright? We just gotta wait our turn, you know?
Yep.
The Torah says that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow, how do people afford to have like 10 kids out here?
The community is based on this.
So, okay, so is it wealthy members of the community give charity?
Yes, mostly.
I don't talk to suspicious person.
How am I suspicious? Do you study Torah?
You work for Hamas?
What do you do for work?
Okay.
How do you make money? Your wife?
I'm doing home care.
Brokerage, construction.
Are most people on Medicaid, SNAP, EBT?
I don't know. I can't speak for other people.
What about you?
I'm not going to tell about myself.
The one thing I am curious about though is the welfare use. Are you on welfare?
Hi guys, Brandon here from Mata Imports.
There's an ad.
Hi guys, Brandon here from Mata Imports. So we just landed in Guyana. I heard the man himself here, Big Dean and Zidane. So we just landed. Now heading up the road from the airport here. So tomorrow from 8 to 5 we'll be at the store.
So
No,
excuse
the
it
Jewish
like that.
people, just like it is Joe, their taxes covers everything that we take back. They pay a lot of property tax.
You know anyone on welfare here?
I won't comment on that question.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
No.
What do you guys do for work here?
And if I could say, because you know, one of the things that they do, they push this narrative that hey, Jake is the one that is on welfare and living off of the system, but these motherfuckers is what living off of the system. You know, you get precept there?
Yeah, I get precept.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 58 and verse 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born, speaking lies. Right? And like he was saying, you know, they push this narrative that Jakes is the one using up all the welfare and the Section 8, all right, and whatever government benefits. But now that we do the math, all right, now that the information is coming out, you see that it's actually them. All right. I mean, this system is created for them anyway, so obviously they're gonna be getting the benefits of it. All right.
You guys have like businesses?
Yeah, kind of get like piece, man. This verse 4 says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. All right. You know, because these man walk. You know, this system, the way they set it up, will kill you slowly, literally. All right. You know, the food, all right, you know, the day-to-day stress, all right, you know, will literally take a toll on your body. But look at how these men living. You know, they don't go to work, all right, you know, they study, so-called study Torah all day, you know, all right. Continuing, it says, they are like the deaf adder that stop in the ear. Right? Because, you know, as you listening to the video, you see that some of them, they don't want to talk to the man. They don't want to listen to reasoning. All right?
Yep.
Good job, study Torah.
Good job.
He says Nick Shirley was nominated for a
hoop throwing festival that I watched yesterday. It was begging for them to stop taking his monetary gain.
Screw the middlemen trying to censor me. Tyler, he says,
van rolling on us as we roll on them.
Typical Jewish specific neighborhood. Yeah. So you go.
We have 2 cops. Our camera guys are getting the cops pulled up on them. Let's see what's going on. Did I get the cops called on me again?
Yes.
What's the problem?
This person, could I have your credentials, please?
Oh yeah, sure. You can have it.
Just do me a favor, keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so.
That seems a little extra. You know, we're up against small town police department, small town politics.
This is really all Jewish stores.
Good to meet you. How are you guys?
You two gentlemen, they asked not
Fair
to
enough.
come back.
Amazing.
If you come back, there'll be a trespassing charge. You're
Fair enough. You just want to be interviewed?
No.
Okay, respect.
So they even got their own. They even got their own police.
Yeah.
Right. They own schools. Their children don't go to regular schools. They got their own police, their own schools, their own hospital, their own everything. You know, they're living it up in this time.
Okay.
Right. So
you want to read part to the Psalm 73 on the.
Yep.
No. Right.
Let me read it to you. I want it in the NLT, right?
Yeah.
Get it to you.
Yeah.
This is 74. Psalms 73 and 1. It says, truly Yahweh is good to Israel and to those whose heart are pure. But as for me, I almost lose my footing. My feet was slipping, and I was almost gone. For it says, for I envy the proud, and when I saw them prospering despite their wickedness.
Yep.
You know, despite all the wickedness that the so-called white man did on planet Earth, guess what? He's still prospering. You know, they're still prospering. You know, despite the rape, rob, and murder that they commit to build up America and other places, these men still prospering.
Yep.
Right?
Hey, and that's what was going on with Tutor Jakes, right? Because they lose their way because they cleave to the other nations, all right? Because they see the riches and the wealth, and they think that, oh, the Mosai definitely gotta be dealing with these people, right? That's why every Jake and the mother want to turn a Muslim, right? Because they see these Arabics, you know, so-called, they got the money, you know, they got, you know, the kingdom, right? Even though, you know, it might be a little less of a kingdom than Esau, but hey, they're living it up regardless. All right, you know, you see they got the woman in some form of order, all right, you know, and Jake's one of these things, right? It's not wrong to desire these things, but it's wrong to, you know, desire it the wrong way, the route that you take to it. All right.
Yep. You could pull the precept. I think it's some in Galatians. They said they count gain for godliness.
Yeah, I think it's Timothy. I got it. Something else. 6. Right.
Let me read back through it. Meanwhile, it says, I was envious at the proud when I saw when I saw them prospering, despised their wickedness. Verse 4, it says, they seem to live a sure, painless life. Their bodies are healthy and strong. You know, Jake that catching hell, you know, and these men, you know, healthy and strong, you know, doing 4 and 5 hard
work, you know, hard working jobs, you know.
Yep.
Laborous works.
Right. And when we look at the videos now, you know, a lot of them don't work nowhere. They don't work nowhere. They're just living off the system. They're living off of you tax-paying money.
Yep.
You hear the precept?
Yeah, and that is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
You know, because when you really go into it, then you're gonna see that these man got the Holocaust reparation funds, right? You know, that's probably not the official term that they does use, but basically that's what it is. Right? They said the descendants of these so-called Jewish people need to be compensated. All right, when you go into that, it's billions you're talking about again.
And then just the other day, it had a vote and saying that, hey, the UN Charter had a vote. I think it's Ghana put for the proposal to give reparations to slaves, and they shut it down. But they reaping the benefits though.
Yeah,
on their side. Claiming that they are the true Jews and they need some kind of reparation. Hey, we, the true Israelites, our reparation is to have all these other nations in slavery. And that is true reparations. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You know, reward her double for what she have done to you. So we ain't looking for no money. We looking to have these people as slaves.
That's right.
Right?
Hey, but think about the Holocaust situation was just not even 4 years. It was like maybe 2.5 years. And look what they get in return.
When you because AI is so advanced now, right? And they bring Samuel Hitler's speech to English body.
Yeah.
Hitler was basically killing these people out because he see the fuckery that they would do in the future in terms of pushing homosexuality. Yeah. You know, in Israel, it's got the biggest gay parades.
Yep.
And Lord's willing, and then we really need to go into Palantir, boy.
Yep.
Because they set up these systems. But go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, kind of. Right? Yep. This is 1 Timothy verse 6. Salakia, 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse, I read from verse 5. It says, pervert disputing of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth. Alright? And that's what going on there, because a lot of those Jewish men and women, they don't know the truth. Alright?
Yep.
They was corrupted by what their leaders tell them. Right? Obviously the elite one of them, they know the truth. They know what actually going on. Right? It says, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. Alright? And going back to your point where you were saying when we was talking about Jakes clinging to these other nation and religions, alright, for gain, thinking that it is godly. Alright? The scripture said, from such withdraw thyself. And guess what? A lot of these Jakes would have been so-called Jewish if they would have been accepted.
Yep.
But these niggas don't want nothing to do with them niggas. Right? So that's the only reason why you see a lot of Jakes in. Hey, the idiot Mayweather, he was saying he's sending millions to Israel for back them in the war. What kind of stubbornness is that?
Yep.
And they're showing that he wants to be a small lad.
Motherfucker. Yep. Verse 4, it says they seem to live such painless life. Their bodies are healthy and strong. They don't have trouble like other people. They are not plagued with the problems like everyone else.
Yep.
The things that we go through, they don't go through it. Them ain't got the worries. You got 3 or 4 children, and you wife coming such a pregnant, you got to stand fuck by this pressure. But them ain't got it.
Yep.
Right? They're living it up. This is their kingdom. And this is why this place have to go down. Because we're looking for a new kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. And we would have countless wives, countless children. Without the worries.
Yep.
Right? Verse 6, it says, they pride, it says they wear pride as a Jew, they wear pride like a jewel necklace. These people proud to fuck.
Yep.
Imagine as Isaiah telling me, brother Isaiah, he telling me, hey, in America, when you after the Passover, you can't go in the backyard and burn your bone. These motherfuckers in the streets burning the stuff.
Yeah.
Lighting fire and doing whatever foolishness they got to do. With nobody to tell them anything. Because what? They're in power. They are in power. Right? It says, and clothe themselves with their cruelty. Right? It says, their fat calves have everything their heart could even wish for. And this is the thing, these motherfuckers got everything that they could wish for. The Most High give them in the entire earth and power over it. But this still not enough. They want to put a mark upon each and every individual so that they could track them and monitor them and see everything that they're doing. The scripture says, in Isaiah, he said it in the city the Most High, thinking himself to be the Most High. So with everything that they got, with all the riches, with everything, they still want more.
Yep. Yep. Hey, and most of all, what they want is to actually be the Israelites. All right. That's why they're trying to corrupt our people. All right, with this, you know, by hoodwinking we people to thinking that we's niggas and these kind of things. All right. You know, also it can't be enough for them because they know they have a short time. You know, they know that, hey, every kingdom is go down, right? Talking about, you know, except the kingdom of Israel, which ain't gonna ever, you know, go down. But, you know, these things that they're doing is for them to stay in power forever.
Yep.
All right. You know, hey, up to today I was thinking about, you know, when you come up on some money, right? Use one every day to be a good day, you know. Like let's say you come up on 100,000 or 50,000 today. You know, you buy some nice fruits. You know, you cook a nice meal. You know, and you just be thinking, hey, why every day can't be like this? You know, and that's what's going on for them. You know.
Yep.
You know, they want this thing. Matter of fact, it says in Psalms, you know, the wish is that the name will continue forever.
The inward thought is
the
that
inward
the
thought
houses shall continue forever.
Right, you know, that is it, you know.
Verse 8, it says, they scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seem to crush others. It says, verse 9, they boast.
Because when you go into the video, all right, the same video we was listening to, you know, people in the community was saying that they're oppressing them, all right, because they're destroying their school system, you know, the school system that was already there, to implement their own school system, all right. They're drawing away most of the community, you know, funds, you know, like how over here we got NDC and stuff. They're drawing away most of those funds to direct it to things that only them have access to, all right, because they got their own, you know, public parks, their own recreational spaces and so forth that they don't share with anybody else, all right. So, you know, when you read it in the King James here, it says they are corrupt, they speak wickedly concerning oppression. No, Salakia.
Verse 8.
Read it back.
Verse 8. It says, they scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others.
Right. In their pride, they seek to crush others. You know, and that's what they're doing. They're crushing the communities. All right. But which in really and truly, they're crushing the entire earth. All right, because all these banking system and so forth goes back to them, you know.
It says they boast themselves against the very heavens, and their words struck through the earth.
Yep, they boast. They definitely boast against the Most High, you know. Because why would you paint over the Most High image in your likeness, you know?
Yes, it says, so the people are dismayed and confused, drunken in all their words. You know, all the lies that they tell.
Yeah.
You know, people have got, well, what the fuck? These are
can.
These are the Israelites that's behave, you know. This how God chosen people is. Keep parades and passing chicken over the head. When you look at the video, these fucking people look weird, buddy. You know, them are vigorous. You know, the scripture says that, hey, the true Israelites, we are the salt of the earth.
Yep.
You know? Verse 10, it says, so the people are dismayed and confused, drunken in all their words. It says, verse 11, it says, what does Yahweh know? This is what they're saying. What does Yahweh know? Because everything that the Most High make, they find fault with it and want upgrade it.
Yeah, so
they want
do it
change
better.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I know if you brothers look at the movie STEM, they got a part in STEM where the scientist was like, hey, God make a mistake and we got the technology and the power now to correct it, to be better than God. And these people, this is what it's saying every day. Right? It says, what does the power know? They ask, does the Most High even know what happens? Hey, and guess what? Yahweh Bashim and Shai know everything that's happened. There's nothing that could happen on the planet Earth except the Most High sanction it. Man's going is of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? Who can say a thing and it come to pass except the Most High permit it? And it's nobody. Shall a sparrow fall to the ground except the Lord had not done it? The Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yeshai, is in charge of everything. Verse 12, it says, look at those wicked people enjoying a life of ease with their riches multiplying.
Yep. Yeah, let me read the one in the KJV, right? It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
The increase in riches. Look at fucking Bill Gates. With all the evidence that people got on Bill Gates speaking at these forums talking about depopulation and this and that.
Yep.
Talking about creating a virus and all these things, and guess what? He's still up there. He's still prospering. He's still making money.
Right? Even the Epstein files that came out the other day when they say he was having sex with 12, 6 years old, whatever, right? Give your wife a STD, right? And they got to be true, which it is, all right? We know this, all right? Because around the same time the files say that he contracted a STD and give it to your wife. That was around the same time they got divorced, right? But yeah, like you were saying, these are the ungodly that increase in riches.
Riches.
And that's why the earth, when you read back verse 10, it says the people are confused. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, right? Because everybody is kind of not everybody, the elect, the awful elect is the only ones that know what's going on, but the earth is kind of in a daze. People is like, what the fuck going on? Because how the people are doing good, looking bad, and the people are doing wickedness, prospering. So it's like, is wickedness actually good, and is good actually not profitable? You understand? It said in the next verse, right? Yeah.
It says, did I keep my heart pure for nothing?
See? Yeah, that's it. That's what. Hey, every day, right? People is ask themselves the same question. A lot of people saying, why I don't go and push drugs or something? Because, going to work 9 to 5 for minimum wage or a little bit above minimum wage is a fucking struggle. It's a struggle, right? And you see people that doing human trafficking and all these fuckery, they're making millions and billions and trillions.
Yep. It says, did I keep myself, is this word,
Did I keep myself innocent?
Yeah, did I keep myself innocent for no reason.
Yep. And that's the thing, you know, you gotta be patient with it.
Yep,
right?
yep.
You
The
gotta
Lord
be
is long
patient.
suffering. You know,
gotta be
understand
patient,
that hey, what these people got is not even true wealth.
Yep.
You know, paper money is not true wealth. You know, true wealth is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yep.
Knowing what gonna happen, knowing that hey, you are there to the Most High is true wealth. Knowing that you can call upon the Most High name, you know, in times of trouble, you know, in good times and bad times. These things is true wealth. And even though these people look like they're living it up to this or that, guess what? It's only for a short moment. The trample of the wicked is just for a moment. Just now they can pass away like dry grass in a field.
Yep.
Right? It says, verse 14, but it says, I get nothing but trouble all day long. Every morning brings me pain. And this is the life that we living right now. From one fucking thing to the next, from one problem to the next. It's just trouble and pain. But hey, we gotta bear it.
Yeah.
We got to bear it.
Yeah,
you know, and here why we gotta bear it. Read for me Micah, I think is 7 and 9. We gotta bear it. These things that we're going through is necessary. Remember, we are gold being tried in the fire. So we gotta go through these troubles. Yeah. And this is Rita, because this is the reason why we gotta go through this, because we fucked up.
Yeah. And this is Micah 7 and verse 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him.
Good. All the troubles, all the pain, all the trials that we go through, hey, we gotta bear it. Because what? We have sinned against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yeah, can. And we continue to sin every day too.
Yep.
You know?
So hey, we gotta bear it. Toward Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Toward Yahweh for sending Yahushai to lay down his life so that we could even acknowledge this. Because had not Yahushai laid down his life for the elect, we couldn't even acknowledge this that we're reading right now.
Yeah.
We would have been like too tired. It's like, what the fuck really going on, boy?
Yeah.
Like nothing happening for me. You know?
Yeah.
You know what that's going on?
Yeah, can. Yep. And then the first thing they're gonna do is turn to evil.
Yeah.
You know?
Why they be going to sell little drugs and we do cocaine, whatever. You know?
Yeah, can. You know, like you say in Psalms, you know, give me enough so that I don't go and steal something to the
Let me read it to you, man. Let me read it to you. Let me get it. That's Proverbs.
Right, Proverbs 28, obviously. 9, something around there. Is it towards?
It's in 30.
Is it 29? Yeah, I got it.
29?
It's 30.
30.
And for 8 going down.
Let me read it for you. This is Proverbs chapter 13 verse 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
And those hey, those it right there. Alright? And what you gotta understand too, don't feed me enough with food convenient for me. It's literally going back to a day-to-day walk. Right?
Yep.
You know, you can't study about way down the line. Alright? The Most High gonna give you a daily bread, like it says in Psalm 68. Right? And even the prayer, you know, this is the manner in which thou shouldst pray. Right? Give us this day our daily bread.
Yep.
You know? Right? Yeah, you got something there?
Yeah. Let me read the same verse in the NLT, right? 13:8. It says, "First, help me never to tell a lie. Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs."
Ooh, just enough to satisfy my needs. All right, because why? You know, when you know start getting a lot, you don't really get time for the Most High.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Hey, God. How it go by godliness with gain with godliness is great contempt.
Yeah, gain with godliness, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So the little that you get with godliness, you being contemplated, guess what? It becomes so much.
Yep.
Yahweh shall feed a whole crowd of thousands of people with what? With 5 fishes and 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah.
And they was what? They were contented.
Yeah.
It was just enough.
Yeah.
Right, so be like, fucking Isa, you got everything. You still looking at it.
Yeah.
It's almost right. You know?
Yeah. You know, because hey, and guess what? Nobody didn't put bread and thing in the thing for tomorrow.
No.
You know, so hey, it's a day-to-day walk. You know, you got, you know, how I to say it is, you got find the beauty in the struggle. You know.
Yep.
Because it's not just, it is pressure. Don't get me wrong, right? But you got to see the good in it. All right. If you don't see the good in it, you can give up.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, even though it's pressure that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, it's pressure that you could bear.
Yeah, can.
And there's a mentality that you got to get. Hey, the Lord would never give you more than what you could bear.
Can.
It's pressure that you could bear.
Yeah.
You know, verse 10, it says, verse 9, "Lest I be filled and deny thee, and say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain."
Yep, can, you know. So lest I be rich and deny the power, right?
Let me read in the NLT. It says, "For if I grow rich, I may deny you and say, Who is the Lord?"
Can, and there's Esau. All right, we just was reading now. What the Most High know? You know, we invent technology and we you know, healing people, and no, the Most High give you everything that you get, Esau. The Most High gave you the technology, which is just about 0.5% of the technology that the Most High got.
Yep.
You know, for lack of a better word, let's say technology, right? You know, but all these things is, you know, spiritual power in a way, you know.
Yep.
You know, right? But when you have too much, you know, basically you deny the Most High, and thus Esau stead. And then it says when you don't have enough, you go and steal. You know, which is basically Jake's stead. You know, well, let's two-thirds Salakia.
It says, and if I am poor, I may steal, and thou let me read it back. It says, and if I am poor, and if I am too poor, I may steal, and thus insult the holy name.
Shit. Yep. You know, because a lot of these, you know, Jake, when they go and do this strippiness, they're gonna say, well, you know, the Most High gonna forgive, all right, you know, and which they're not supposed to be doing that anyway, because they're the children of the Most High. The Most High is gonna take care of them if they do right, you know. So any Israelite turning aside for do evil right there, that is, you know, disregarding the Most High, that's insulting the Most High.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
What the Most High say is, my hand sharpened that I can't reach out for Israel. You know, the Most High got me in every situation you could think about. You know, to cure cancer, to cure AIDS, you know, to provide for you and your 10 children or much ever you get, right? It's just that you gotta do the right thing.
Yeah, I got faith.
Yep.
Right. You could finish up the Micah, and then we can jump to the Job 21 and just read them 2 verses and then we can close it off.
Yeah, it can. Right. This is back in Micah 7 and verse 9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him.
Yep.
Until he plead my cause and execute for me, Salakia, and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
So hey, you got a whole.
Yep. A whole strain.
A whole strain. You know, because hey, we have sinned against Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. So anything that the Most High show up on we get, so we gotta take it cheerfully. Not only that you gotta take it cheerfully.
Yep.
You know, until the Most High plead your case. Until he say, hey, until he pluck out his right hand and send Yahweh Shai to deliver us out of this hellhole, we gotta bear it.
Yep.
We gotta, wherever it is coming where we gotta go through it. Wherever it is. Sickness, your woman go away and left, your children go away. Wherever it is, lost your house, you lost your car, whatever it is, we gotta bear it until the Most High, you know, send Yahweh Shai to deliver us, to plead our cause.
Yep, because yeah, I was gonna say Salakia, why? Yeah, you know, like when you was in school, when you do something wrong, the teacher tell you go and kneel down in the corner, you know, with this book, hold up this book until I tell you move from that. Right? You know, it's the same thing. You know, you just gotta hold it.
Yep.
Right? And you gotta look at 2 hours. So the struggle actually just making you a better person. Well, it should be making you a better person. All right. You know, it's a purging process, literally.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
This is Job 21 and 8. It says, their seeds are established in their sight with them, and their offsprings before their eyes. So they get to nurture the children, get to choose with school, get to, you know, get to teach them wherever they want to teach them. But you got to send your children to a public school, and if you send to a public school, that's where the government coming for them.
Yep.
Right? It says their houses are safe from fear. It says their houses are safe from fear, neither is there, it says neither is the rod of Yahweh upon them. Right? jumping down. Let me see, where's the point? Yeah, verse 13, it says they spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. Wherefore they say unto Yahweh, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy way. Verse 15, what is the Almighty, and what should and what we should and why we should serve him?
Yep.
What?
Because they say we desire not thy knowledge, right? Because why? These the laws of the Most High is contrary to their beliefs. They do their goings, all right? Because they want to do usury, all right? They want to eat pork, they want to do all these unrighteous things, all right? Then when you jump down, it says what profit?
Yeah, right here. It says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him, and what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
Right? This is just a man in the sky. We doing these things off we own merit. Is we trick the Israelites them. That's what they're saying. They establish these things on their merit. There's the cunning ones. They set up the system. They don't say is the Most High give them this rulership for a short period of time. They think that they outwit everybody else on the earth and got this thing going how they want.
For verse 16, it says, lo, their goods is not in their hands, the counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the candle of the wicked put out, and how often cometh their destruction unto them?
Quite often. All right, and the destruction coming again is right around the corner. All right, because with all these doings that these Edomites doing, they actually arming the self in the process. Scripture said they shepherd pity them not. All right, so Esau, people are messed up too on these drugs, all right, that they put for trap jakes, on these food. A lot of them getting cancer in their own doings. They mess themselves up too, just to mess Jacob.
Yep. It says Yahweh distributed sorrow in his anger. So the Most High can distribute sorrow to them. In his anger. So don't be envious when you see the wicked prospering, because it's just for a short moment.
Period of time. Yep.
Just for a short period of time. Anyway, with that, I want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of TMS Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all you brothers that's in the four corners of the earth, that's pushing sword in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. Until next time.
Shalom, Brakta.
Good job.